Nityanandam. Hi, this is Manitya Ovyananda, coming back to you with the Sannyas series. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the vows that we take as sannyasis, as brahmacharyas and sannyasis of Nityananda order. There's 5 vows that we take. The main vows are ahimsa, which is nonviolence, satya, which is truth, so we're aligning our life to the higher truths, asteya, which is non-stealing, brahmacharya, which is celibacy, and Aparigraha, which is living with minimal things, being non-possessive. So these are very amazing vows, and one of the things that we need to get used to, that we may have a difficulty with, especially coming from a Western culture, is Aparigraha, living with minimal things. So Swamiji's been talking a lot lately about freedom, and what is freedom? A lot of people think freedom is having all these choices of different things to purchase, going to the restaurant and having 1,000 different things, and most of it's not even healthy, and going in which LCD TV to buy, which 3D, plasma, this, and computer, and notebook, and iPad, iPod, this, that, car, what kind of car should I get, and house, and I can have a house here or there, what kind of features can I have in the house to make it the coolest, and be better than my neighbor, and, oh my God, all these material things, and I just remember even I had a little bit, I was never like so concerned about how I looked, but if I was going out or something, I had to have things match. Okay, I was a little weird like that. Like, let's say I'm wearing a nice blouse and some jeans, and I have a pair of sandals I'm gonna wear. The purse has to match. I couldn't wear a pair of sandals and a purse that did not match. It's some weird stuff like that. you know, like, and what a torture, to always wonder, like, oh God, and think about it. I mean, at least sometimes I would be like that. And, now I have this beautiful kavi cloth. I have 3 of these, and I have 2 sets of yoga clothes, pants and a tunic kind of top. In Western terms, you can call it chudadar, it's called. We call it. And that's pretty much it, that's my wardrobe, and that's what I carry with me, and 1 pair of sandals. Now, I used to have, living in Chicago, I had to have 3 seasons: summer, winter, and in between weather. Okay? Because it's hot in the summer, so you had to have sandals and gym shoes and various things for doing this, that, this. Then the in between weather, where it's not too cold and snowy, but it's cold enough and it's raining. Then you have the winter where it's totally cold and you need something to keep you warm or you'll die. So you had jackets, you had boots, you had this, that, this, and different kind of clothes. I mean, come on. Every year you had to change. I remember changing the thing. Okay, it's fall. It's getting really cold. It's like November now. I have to get rid of the summer things and put out the winter. Same thing with the blankets. And then I had to change it in the spring again. And it was such a, event, And now it's like, I mean, thankfully I'm living in India, so I don't have to worry about being cold so much. Only a little cool weather happens. So I have 1 little shawl, and, that's it. And then I have my little toiletries, and I have a computer, thank God. Because our work is that. I'm in publications. Nityananda University Press. I handle publications department. So, for practical reasons, we need those things nowadays. We're in the modern times, and Swamiji's a modern guru. He wants us to reach out to the world and reach you. Hello. He exists, and he's here to help us to get to the next level and to get to enlightenment. So we want to tell you about this. So anyway, living with minimal things, it's actually such a relief. Such a relief. And even recently, my chappals, which are the sandals I wear, very simple kind of flip-floppy type things, they were breaking. They were just about to fall apart, and so I ordered some new ones, and it was like weeks, and they weren't coming. And finally, one day, somebody stole them. I mean, I don't know what happened. Somebody walked away with them, so to speak. Sometimes we get visitors and whatever. Maybe they got mixed up. I don't know. But they were gone. So here, I didn't have any shoes for like a month. And at first, it was terrible because, the ground is a little rocky. It's not fully paved and all that. But I tell you what, I got exfoliation on my feet. And when I walked out of the buildings, I didn't have to worry about where my shoes were. I just walk out and go. It was kind of actually nice to have that. In the morning, I didn't put it on for the bathroom or the shower or the going to yoga. I just would go. It was kind of nice. So anyway, I have a set now. So, okay, it's useful in many situations, especially when you're traveling. But it's such a relief, I still have some things to get rid of, some books, that's my problem. I like books. So I do have some still. But man, I don't have an entire house of crap anymore like I used to have. What do we need all that stuff for? What is it doing? It's collecting dust. How much do we enjoy it? How much is it useful? How much is it a burden in our lives? And how much money do we waste on it? And we can do other things with that money. I'm just giving you something to think about. Because you can live that life yourself. You can live with minimal things and be happy. Because why complicate things, right? They always say, your inner space is reflected in your outer space. And I'm not saying having nice things in a nice place is bad, because it's nice to have a clean, nice living space with things you enjoy or make you feel comfortable. But sometimes it's an excess also, right? How many people have basements and attics full of junk and garages full of junk that they never even use, and they keep it in case one day they might need it, or all the decorations for the holidays and all this. I mean, I don't know. Then when you move, it's a chore. I mean, let's make life easy. It'll really reduce the amount of kind of weight that you feel. Like if you just try getting rid of one thing, even a week, one or two things a week, if you haven't even looked at it in a year, give it away to somebody, give it to a charity. My problem with getting rid of things is I never wanted to throw things away because I thought it could be useful for somebody. So then it would collect because I didn't know where to take it sometimes. But if you just open up that space, because when you open up that space in your living area, you're opening up that space inside you. I remember one of my friends used to tell me that a lot, and it really is true. It's really a spiritual technique. So anyway, I'll touch on some of the other of the 5 vows later, but I wanted to give you an introduction to the vows of a sannyasi. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Nityanandam.